going to further elaborate, but get this real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
So you have to realize that y'all are holy people unto God because y'all come from the Israelites. Y'all are the chosen people of God. Y'all are the real Jews the Bible speaks of. And so when you read the Bible, you read about your own history and your own ancestors. Read on.
Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are on the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So God is saying that he made us, he chose us to be above all people that's on this earth. Now, is that equality? No, right? That's a special purpose right there. So we are that chosen people. Now, he was showing you that the reason why we're going through the things we're going through now is because we are cursed for not keeping God's commandments. So give me the book of Deuteronomy 11:26. We're going to show you. We're going to further break it down for you.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Who is God speaking to? Right, us, which is the Israelites.
Con.
The Bible, God's only speaking to the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. So God right now is speaking to Israel. Read on.
27. A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which ye have not known.
Right, so God's telling his people that I will bless you if you keep my commandments. But on the flip side, I will punish you if you don't keep my commandments. God is speaking to the Israelites. Now, when you read the Bible, you'll read that the children of Israel continually to keep breaking God's commandments. So what happened to them? God punished them. They got cursed. Give me Amos 3:1 real quick. And give me the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and give me verse 47. Verse 47. No, you will get that real quick.
Look at Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Of who?
O children of Israel.
Again, God was only speaking to Israel, you know?
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known.
No, I know all people.
You only have I known.
So God says that I only know the Israelites. You understand so far? You know?
Of all the families of Israel. Brother, come on, man.
Oh man, this brother is finished.
It's out of verse 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore will I punish you for all your iniquities.
You see that? So it's like when you have kids, right? You give your kids rules. You tell them, if you do this, if you break this rule, I'm gonna whoop you. Now, are you worried about his friends or their friends? No, right? You worried about that. You're a child alone, right? That's the same thing with God. Read it again, verse 2.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
I ain't worried about nobody else but y'all, the Israelites, you know?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
And that's what happened. They was punished for their sins. What's those punishments? It's the curses you read about in Deuteronomy 28, such as on the slavery on slave ships. That's a curse that was put on the Israelites for not keeping God's commandments. Now, when you look at history, what race of people with the slavery on slave ships? What race of people? You said what? Right, so-called African Americans, right? Exactly. But who's God speaking to? To the Israelites. So if we the people that witnessed slavery on slave ships and God told us to the Israelites, then who are we? We are the Israelites. Because God never called us African American. You'll never find the term African American in the Bible. You won't find the term black people, you won't find the term Negro, you won't find the term Jamaicans or Puerto Ricans. So you gotta ask yourself, well, what did God call us? God was speaking to the Israelites, which was us. Now, how we go into slavery? How we got off those ships? Were we free or were we chained up? Chained up, right? Hands, ankles, neck. That too is also in the Bible. We're going to show you. Give me verse 47 real quick.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 47.
So we're showing you the actual history in the Bible. You know?
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
You understand so far? You sure? All right, read on.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things.
If we don't want to serve God for the abundance of all things, read on.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Who we going to serve?
Thine enemies.
Who we wake up and clock in the work for every day? The white people, right? But God called them what? Read again.
Thine enemies.
What did God call them? He called them our enemies. He never said that they are our friends, they are our companions, they are our neighbors.
Nothing never changed since they brought you over here.
Exactly.
Oh, shit. That's why people run around Black Lives Matter, because nothing never changed.
Right.
Ever since we brought here.
Exactly. 2020, we still getting lynched.
Still getting
Right. So God called them our enemies. Read it from the top again.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which the Lord shall send against us. Read on.
In hunger.
So we ain't hungry. Who do you go to buy your food from? Cheesecake Factory, right? Who owns that? You say what? Exactly. Do we own that stuff? Hell no. Do we own ShopRite and Safeway and Giants? Hell no. They own that stuff, right? Read on.
And in thirst.
When you're thirsty, who do you go to buy your Deer Park water, your Gatorade, your Powerade? Who owns that stuff? White people, right? Read on.
And in nakedness.
When you want clothes to get back, who owns Nike and Adidas and Jordans and Louis Vuitton and Gucci? Who own them? White people. So God is telling you exactly what's going to happen to you if you don't keep His commandments.
That's right.
And it's still happening today in 2020. Read on.
And in want of all things.
Whatever you want. If you want to buy a house, who do you go to buy your house from? If you want to buy a car, who do you go to buy your cars from? If you want to start a business, who do you go to start a business from? For a license. White people. If you want to get married, who do you go to get married from? White people. Everything you want, you gotta go to them for. You gotta serve them for. But remember, that's in the Holy Bible though. Ain't that still happening to us today? Yes. So we reading what? We reading your history. Now, does that happen to the Chinese people? No. Does that happen to the Arabian people? No. Does that happen to the real Africans? No. What that happen to? It only happens to us.
I got a question.
What?
Did that happen to the white man? Did the white man ever go into slavery on ships? Or did the white man finance the slave trade? Yeah, he financed it, right? So you got to remember that God is talking to the Israelites. He's talking to the Jews right now, okay? So you have people that's in Jerusalem today, white people that are saying that, oh my bad, brother.
You good.
You got white people that are saying that they're this people right now. You got white people saying that they are the Jews.
Right.
But God said that the real Jews were going to slavery on ships. Like, do you understand what he's trying to explain to you?
Peace, brothers. Peace, brothers.
Shalom.
So read on verse 49. And we're going to bring it out to you, that precept.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
It says what?
He shall put a yoke of
Iron upon thy neck.
What's the yoke of iron? You ever seen the yoke of iron? Show them real quick. Show them the yoke of iron. So they will know by a picture. We ain't even good. Let's see what the yoke of iron is. Got it. Yoke of iron.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
What's around his neck? Chains, right? That's the yoke of iron. Did that happen to white people? Hell no. Chinese people? What did that happen to? It only happened to us. So that's in the Holy Bible. The same Bible in the Christian church that they read from. But why are we not hearing this in the church? Think about that. Read that part again. The bottom part. Yeah.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Until we have been mentally destroyed. Now we call ourselves black. Now we call ourselves African Americans or Negroes or Jamaicans. Now we call ourselves everything they named us. But God never called us these things. He called us what? He called us Israelites. That's who we are. That's our true identity, our true nationality. You understand that? Read on.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the...
Real quick, please read that. What's the American national symbol? Huh?
What is it? What you say?
What's the United States national symbol?
A flag?
What comes with the flag?
What color?
With the flag, you'll see what kind of bird you'll see with a flag?
Eagle.
An eagle, right? Okay, keep that in mind. Read that.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
That's what?
As
Swift as the eagle flieth.
You just said that the American symbol is an eagle, right? We just read it in the Bible. God is telling us exactly who He's going to send against us. as swift as the evil flies because they're showing you who they are according to the Bible. So you gotta understand the Bible is not just a religious book, a book of fairy tales. It's an actual history book to one nation of people. Not for all people, but only for one race of people. Right. Oh yeah, show them real quick. Yeah, what's that? Damn, good point.
What's that?
There you go right there. He's on a quarter too. You know what I'm saying?
See that eagle? Read on. That's the eagle flyer.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Right, because what? They can't speak in that Latin, that Spanish, that English. We ain't never speak that before. You know what's our original language? It was Hebrew.
Right.
Well, Lashavan Kodash. That was the original language. But they took that from us and gave us their language. See that? You know? That's why you will see in certain movies where they will say like, oh, yeah, I gotta work for massa, right? What you found out was they wasn't saying massa or speaking broken English. They were saying massa, which is a Hebrew word which means oppressor or burden. So they'll put a little gems like that in movies to show you, to hint at, right? Read on.
Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
Meaning they ain't gonna care how old or how young you were. If you was 90 years old, you still got work in the cotton fields, you will still get your back work done. If you was a little infant, they'll feature alligators to get alligator shoes and alligator belts. They call them alligator bait. See that? Well, they'll use your child as a footrest. They don't care how old or how young you were. They still gonna show you no favor. They still gonna have no regard for you. You know?
Verse 51. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed.
So he took every single thing from us. He took all of our resources and make us serve them for. Who would that happen to? Only happened to us. Again, who are you reading? We're reading the Holy Bible. We're reading the Holy Bible. And in order to show you that y'all are the Israelites. We the only race of people who don't know who we are.
That's right.
You see that? Give me Jeremiah 17:4 real quick. Jeremiah 17:4. You still got the precept? Revelation 2:9?
No, I wouldn't never hold me.
Alright, get that real quick. Jeremiah 17:4. Watch this.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Watch this. What was our history before the slave trade? What's our history before that? Go back, let's say 700 years. What were we doing 700 years ago? No, not 700 years ago. That was 400 years ago. Go back 300 more years. What were we doing? You know? Can't recall, right? Can you recall? No, right? How about you, sister? What were we doing 1,000 years ago? Good question, right? Can't recall, right? It seems as though that our history only started in slavery, right?
Con.
Why is that? Let's read that. God.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Get out.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee.
Hey sister, can you tell me what were we doing 1,000 years ago? You don't know, right? Read that.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee.
What do discontinue mean? Right. You said what? To stop, right? On the stop, slug. Read on. From the top.
And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine inheritance that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Going to do what?
Cause thee to
Serve thy enemies.
Going to serve our enemies. Read on.
in the land which thou knowest not.
Why? Because why? America was never our original land. We serving our enemies in the land we know not. Because they came from far, took us from our borders and brought us over here to serve them.
That's right.
And they took our identity, they took our language, and they took our nationality. If you still had your language, you can trace your heritage based off your language. You see what I'm saying? That's why they had to take our language, so we will lead to who we are. Read on.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
You said what?
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall
Burn forever.
So because we sinned against the Most High, now He stripped us of who we are. Now we walking around in darkness. We call ourselves Egyptians.
God.
We say we Ethiopians.
God.
We call ourselves Muslims.
God.
We call ourselves African Americans.
God.
We call ourselves Nigerians. All these false identities, but who we really are.
Hey, look, everybody, we all brown. We call ourselves black.
We are brown for ourselves.
start making it.
It makes no sense. Why we can remember what we was going on 1,000 years ago? We only can remember as far back as slavery. The Bible tells you why. Read it again. Jeremiah 17:4.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from the heritage that I gave thee.
That only happened to Negroes. The white man can tell you what happened in his history 1,000 years ago. His great-great-great-great-granddaddy, his great-great-great-great-grandmama,
God.
way back. He can tell you all that. A real African, they can go way back. Yeah, in the 14th dynasty, my great-great-great-grandfather, the king emperor of so-and-so, and we did this. They can tell you that. But ask a Negro. Shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm just born here in America. I was born in America. The Bible telling you why. Read on.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies, in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, so we made the Most High angry, but not keep His laws and commandments. You see that? Because we got to realize that we are only His chosen people. The Most High God was not dealing with all races of people. He did not choose all nations to be His only people. That's why only Negroes going through the things we're going through.
Con.
We struggling, we going through oppression, we getting killed by police. Matter of fact, let's look at 11:5 real quick. Who just died recently? Who died recently? Breonna Taylor?
Just make sure y'all meditate though.
George Floyd?
Make sure y'all meditate. I just
You know
want
what I'm
to
saying? Watch this. Zechariah 11:5.
That's the book of Zechariah, chapter 11 and verse 5.
Read the Bible.
Whose possessors slay them.
It says what?
Who possess us, slay them.
In America right now, who possesses us? White man. Who possesses us right now in America? White man. Hey, you never scared to say it. It's a
scared to say
fact.
that.
It's a fact.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Right
That's
now,
the truth.
they own us right now, right? Read again.
Whose possessors slay them.
They kill us and do what?
And hold themselves not guilty.
Damn, they do what?
Ain't hold themselves not guilty.
Listen, they hold themselves not guilty.
Con.
Do you ever see a cop that get locked up for killing a Negro? Have y'all seen that? No, it never happened. Why? It's in the Bible. It's telling you. That's pure Bible prophecy. Everything's happened today is written in the Bible. And who's going through that? Only us. You see that? It makes sense, right? Only us. Read it again.
Whose possessors slay them. And hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
They say what?
Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich.
God bless America. Bless the Lord. Bless this nation that they robbed and stole from us. That they brought us here and whipped our backs to be bled. See that? The Bible is Negro history. No other race of people can say they go through the things that's written in the Bible. So we're showing that we are the real Jews. That we are the chosen people. So I got a question for y'all. If we are the real Jews, then who are the people in Israel now that say they are Jews? Who are they? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? We're going to show you.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9.
Then watch this. It's out of Christ's own mouth.
I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty.
So Christ said that He knows everything we're going through. He see our struggles, our hardships, our tribulations. He see it all, right? Now, can a fake Jew say that? They rich as hell. They can't say that. They live it. Man, they own every damn thing. The media, the hospitals, they own it all. Everything. That's real stuff right there, right? But Christ said that I see y'all rich, y'all poverty, y'all tribulation. But what?
But thou art rich.
But what?
But thou
Are rich.
We are rich because we are that chosen people. And we have a kingdom that's coming and set up for us.
That's right.
And only us. Read on.
And I know the blasphemy.
The what?
The blasphemy.
What does blasphemy mean? You don't know? What does blasphemy mean? Blasphemy. What that mean? Blasphemy means a great lie. Like a damnable lie. So Christ said, I know the damnable lie of what?
Of them which say they are Jews.
Who today call themselves Jews? Who today call themselves Jews? No, brother. Those Jewish people. They got the hat and the suit, the little curly joints and the yarmulkes and the this. Right, Paul Heights, right. They call themselves Jews, right? Read that part again.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
And are not.
Christ said they are not, read on.
But of the synagogue
Of Satan.
Damn, he said they are not the real Jews, but they are the chief house of Satan. That's in the Holy Bible, in the book of Revelation.
That's right.
Last book of the Bible. And guess what? He said twice. He said 2 times. Do what I want.
Book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews,
Which say they are Jews.
and are not,
And are not.
but do lie.
They do what?
But do lie.
It says they do lie. Read on.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet,
You see that? So,
and to know that I have loved thee.
so the Most High loved us. So they taking our identity. That's a clear form of identity theft.
Con.
The real Jews are in America struggling. The real Jews are in Africa and Australia and all these different parts of the world struggling. Getting killed, getting raped, robbed, and murdered. That's what the real Jews going through. They ain't going through that.
All these ghettos and projects, all of them.
Right, matter of fact, give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 23. Right, the ghettos, the projects, fill out on drugs, we homeless, we can't rise up, we keep getting rejected. All these different things. That's what the real Jews going through. Read that, verse 43.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
What is stranger? That's talking about. Say what? That's a good one, yeah. What you said? We're talking about all the other nations. So, not just the white man, but also the East Indian East Indian man, the Arabian man, all these other races, right? That's what the strangers are. Read again, for us that.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
That's your high class, your rich class, your prospering class. They doing well. Setting up shop. You know what I'm saying? Read on.
And thou shalt come down very low.
It says, but us, we're going to do what?
Come down
Very low.
But we're going to come down very low. And look how we living. Are we living good? Are we prosperous as a nation? No, right? Like he said, in the projects, in the ghettos, in the slums, or we homeless. We on damn welfare, damn all these different so-called benefits because we so damn poor. So read again.
The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high,
Listen, brother.
and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
What that mean? When it says that he shall lend to us, but we never lend to him. What that mean? You said what? Why can't we? If you said what? They own everything, exactly. So they lend to us, but we don't lend to them because we don't own nothing. Right? Good. You was on it. Good. That's what's up. Read on.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
You see that? He's the top of the society. He's the top of the world. He's the head and we the tail. We are at the very bottom. We hit rock bottom. We don't get no worse than this. You understand? So if I ask you again, what's your nationality? What would you say? We are the Jews, brother. We are the Israelites.
Israelites, yeah.
Israelites.
Don't say nothing about Egypt again.
We not Egyptians. We are the real Jews according to the Bible. Understand the Bible is a history. You understand? Real quick. You believe in Jesus? Yes. What color was it? If he came back today, what would he look like? Black. Is it black? Black. Oh, okay. What? Black skin. Now, are you saying that we know for a fact? Just saying it? What do you say? If Christ was here today, what would he look like? How do you know? Do you know or you saying it? What's good?
Shalom.
Let's get it. Shalom.
Book of Revelation, chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man,
Talking about Christ, we don't.
clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it says that the hair, his beard and his hair was white and it was woolly. What texture is wool? You know? Huh? You know, what you say? You ever seen a sheep? That's wool. Now, who had touched the fifth that description? White people. Hell no.
The hell?
She got it. She on point. My brother, you lost on this one.
You say white people? No, we got woolly hair. Look at that. Look, see his head? That's woolly hair. You know what I'm saying? Touch your head, brother.
Touch your hair.
Touch your head, brother. That's woolly.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Because why? What you got in your head? Ah, see that? Oh, you see that? Look at that. Look at that. So you had the haircut of Christ, but you got somebody else's hair in your head. You should wear the same hair as Christ that woolly touched the head. We got wool.
That's
they
right.
Got wool. They got wool. You see that? We don't. Look, that's a beautiful thing to have the same hair as the Savior and the Most High. Matter of fact, hold that. Give me Daniel 7:9 real quick.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow.
So it was woolly, it was white, and it was nappy. Only Negroes got nappy hair. Now, white people, they got Chinese people, they got stringy hair. It's long and stringy. That's not our hair touched it. You know?
And his eyes was a flame of fire.
What that mean? His eyes is a flame of fire. I mean, his eyes were red. So they wasn't blue. That's a never lie. In the Christian church, his color is blue. The exact opposite of what the Bible says. You know?
And his feet like unto fine brass.
What color is brass? What color is brass?
Penny.
That's bread.
That's brass right there. See that? That's brass. Brass is a form of brown, right? Oh, praise, thank you, sister.
That's brass.
That's brass. Now watch this, right? You take that brass and do this.
And his feet like unto fine brass,
Your feet is the same color the rest of your body.
as if they burn in a furnace.
As if what?
As if
If they burn in the furnace.
Now, if you take anything and you burn it, what color it gets? It gets black.
That's right.
So Christ was what? He was a black man, just like me, just like you, just like everybody else.
Just like the rest of the Jews that went to slavery on ships.
Jeremiah 14:2. So now, why? Matter of fact, I want to read that real quick. Watch this. It gets better.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
It said the Ancient of Days did sit. Who was the Ancient of Days? Do you know? Do you know?
What's the question?
What does the term Ancient of Days mean? Who is it? Who's referring to?
Ancient of Days.
Ancient of Days.
The original man.
You sure?
I believe so.
Believe so? Trust it. The Ancient of Days talking about the Heavenly Father,
Okay.
the creator of all things, right? So it
But
says
there's a piece of it in me.
it is in all of us. So it says the Ancient of Days did sit. In order to sit, you gotta have a what?
A throne.
A throne. To sit on a throne, you gotta have a what? A king. A body. You have a body. So guess what?
How about
The Heavenly Father created heaven and earth. He wasn't
Yeah, salute
a
the
puff of
brothers.
smoke
It's all
around
good.
in the physical. He had an actual body. Why? Because we were made in his image to look just like him. You see that? Read on.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit,
The Most High God sat on his throne,
whose garment was white as snow,
had a white garment on.
and the hair of his head like the pure wool,
Wait a minute. It says what?
and the hair of his head like the
Pure wool.
No, it was white and it was stringy.
and the hair of his head
Like the pure wool.
It says it was the pure wool.
Mmm.
It was the pure wool.
That's right.
So the Most High God was what? Right. He was a black man.
That's right.
That's right.
Black man.
Shimmer my shit.
By Shema Mashiach Yahweh.
Wait a minute. Why in the hell in these Christian churches they showing a white God and a white sun? Why they showing us that?
To confuse you.
To confuse us, right? And so that we will see to remain docile and to remain worshiping the white man. Because if we knew that he was a black man, we would say, to hell with that. I'm going with this. You see that? They changed our images to fit their own. The Bible going to tell you that. Read that.
Book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, verse 48. And laid open the book of the law,
Meaning this Bible, they lay open this Bible.
wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
You see that? The heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images. Meaning what? They whitewashed everything.
That's right.
They changed all the pictures from black, original black, to white. When that happened? During the Renaissance period.
Con.
The rebirth of art and music and culture. No, they stole it from us. They took it from us. That's why they culture vultures. So that's a great lie. Give me Jeremiah 16 and 19. You got the
Now,
precept.
is any of that the King James Version?
Yeah, it's King James Version. Yeah. The same Bible in the Christian church. The same exact one.
But you know the history of King James.
I do.
Okay.
I do know that.
Okay.
But he only translated it to English, so that way we can understand what's written in it.
Okay.
You understand? No, I know.
Book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24.
So watch this, right? This is why it's saying that. Read that.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
It says what?
The earth is given into
To the hand of the wicked.
Who run the world right now?
The wicked.
Which is who? What breaks the people?
It's
The white folk.
That's right.
The white folk.
That's right.
Right. The non-black folk.
You know.
Yeah, she knows. She on it. But the Bible says that what?
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. They are the wicked ones. Read on.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
You see that?
If,
Wait, read on.
if not, where and who is he?
So it says that he covered the face of the judges. Because when you understand that we are the judges of the earth. The so-called black man and the so-called black woman, we're supposed to rule this earth.
One question with reference to
All right, go ahead.
I have one question. What can the black man do to stand up?
Joshua 1 and 8. All praise. Joshua 1 and 8.
Stand up. Like, what does it take for
Joshua
the
1
black
and 8.
man to stand up?
Good question. Joshua 1 and 8. Give me 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. Good question. 2 Chronicles 7 and 14. Come on, that one first.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
That's what?
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
Right?
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night,
Meditate day and night. There you go.
that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous. And then thou shalt have good success.
Read that.
Look at 2 Corinthians, 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14.
Give me Psalms 82 and 6.
If my people, which are called by my name,
Because we are the Most High's people, right? We are called by His name. Israel, read on.
shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
So the point is,
All right.
so look. Hold on. Read it again. Read it again.
Book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 7, verse 14. If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
So in order for
That's right.
In order for the black man to stand up, we first remember
Bible
who he
is
is.
all there. Make sure y'all meditate. Raise your vibration. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
And then he high.
Then if I turn back to this, then I can begin to stand up because then I will know my role.
And I have yet another question. I know the answer, but I want to hear it out your mouth.
I got you real quick,
So
real
what
quick,
the black
real quick.
woman got to do?
I got you real quick. Next one.
Woo!
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
It says that we are gods and we are the children of the Most High. You know what the word God means? It means powers. We are the powers of this earth. If we as black men and black women understood that, we can take back this earth using this. You know?
Yeah, it's nothing new. It's the same stuff that you always learn, but you read it with a different eye.
But ye shall die like men, and fall like one of the princes.
Right. So same thing, sister. Same thing, sister. For look, listening.
Yes.
Same thing for the woman. It's to understand who she is. To understand that she is a daughter of Zion. She is the princess of the Most High God to come back to her room. Then we can begin to stand as a people and gather together. Use that nine point real quick. That's another thing too. We got to gather together, come back as one nation, understand who we are, understand each other, and come back as one.
And it doesn't make you a weirdo. It doesn't make you off. When you know you
Right.
and walk in you,
Right.
it's like this little light of mine, that little song we used to
Right.
sing. That's your shit shine, baby.
Right, you got to. We the gods of the earth. You know what I'm saying? We the creators. You know, the most, the smartest, the strongest. We all that. That's why God says that what? We are holy. We are chosen. Can't no other race say that. They take everything from us. We got all the flavor. You understand? Read it.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse. So like you said 2 and 1, right?
2 and 1.
2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
You see that? Because we're that nation not desired. If you look, every other race of people hate us. If you go to different countries, they call it different names. Here they call us niggers. They might call us Akatsas in Africa, meaning cotton picker. The East Indians, they say what? It's something with a G. I forget what they say. But they have all these different racial slurs and proverbs against us. So we're that people that's not desired. We're given time.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Give me Ephesians 4.
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. Before the decree bring forth. Before the day pass as the shaft. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you.
You see that? So we gotta come back together and come back under this. Because all this about to get shut down real soon. America and the rest of the world is about to get thrown down. So us knowing who we are, we gotta come back together, love each other, and come back to this. And we'll be all right. That's how we stand up. You understand? That's how we stand up righteously.
That's right.
What's the name of your phone? Models of Yahweh.
Yeah, quick, give some real
Hey, y'all want we can give y'all our YouTube page, all of y'all. Yeah.
Hey, make sure, hey, see if the sister or the brother wanted the YouTube down there.
Oh, they got love. Hey,
It makes sense.